Take my hand, don't be afraid. Time's on the side, and we will find so much to share, to love and care.
Hello everybody, welcome to my tutorial. First we're going to start off with some primers. This is the Josie Maran and Becca Backlight. The Josie Maran is like a luminous type of primer, and I'm just mixing them together to add a luminous base. Taking my Tarte Empowered Hybrid foundation in medium neutral, and this is the second to darkest shade in the collection. Mixing it with my Josie Maran as well to add more glow and luminosity. Then adding my concealer, which is the NYX HD Concealer in Fair, just to brighten up my under eyes. And of course blending that out with my Real Techniques Beauty Blender. Alright, taking my Airspun powder and I'm just packing that under the eye. I'm baking, and that way any fallout won't mess up what I'm going with there. So I'm just priming my eyes with the Master Prime primer from Maybelline. And then taking Silk Sheets from a Buxom pre-selected palette. This is a Dolly's Wild Side eyeshadow palette. And I'm just setting my primer with that because I wanted that luminous glow. Taking the same palette and using the shade Lingerie Lover and putting that in my crease as my transition shade. Alright, I'm taking a different Buxom shadow from the collection of all the Buxom shadows. This is La La Lavish. It's a purple duochrome type of shade. I'm using that in the inner corner of the eye, working it towards the middle.
Hold me now and don't let me go. So many days I was on my own, but now you came into my life, surrounding me.
Alright, taking Solstice from the Moon Dust Shadows from Urban Decay, putting that on the outer corner towards the middle, mixing those two colors together. I didn't want too much definition in the eye, but I felt like this was a good shade. Alright, you saw that for a quick second, but that's actually another Buxom shadow, and it's, let me see if I can grab it. It's from the new collection, but I'm using it as my brow color, and this is the shade. It's from Sephora, and it's Twilight Triced, and then I'm using Wild Nights, another Buxom shadow, as the inner portion of my brow. Alright, so I'm going to brush off the excess powder, ready to do the rest of the face, setting it with my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder. Alright, taking this weird netting and putting it over my head like a dork, and I'm taking a Catrice shade. You can find this at some Ultas, but this is Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Shadow Eyeshadow in the shade What Do You See? And I'm putting that on the top of my forehead, working it towards the middle, and I'm putting it over the netting, of course, and you will see what happens when I'm done. Alright, taking La La Lavish and putting that right underneath the Catrice shadow and blending it towards where the color is so they meld together. And then watch the magic. Boom, you have scales. So I'm just kind of touching up those edges because it did kind of take off some of my makeup. Only drawback of that, but otherwise it came out pretty good. Alright, so putting that same knitting over my face, I look ridiculous. And I'm using the Catrice shadow as a contour in the outer portions of my face. Then using La La Lavish, doing the same thing that I did on the forehead, working that into the Catrice shadow and pulling that towards the middle of my face as well, because this is a contour and kind of blush effect. And then I'm just putting that on my chin. Sorry I'm out of frame, but I'm putting the same concept, the Catrice shadow on the lower portion, and then working it up with the La La Lavish shade. Alright, taking that Silver Screen shadow, this is also from a Sephora Buxom shadow exclusive, and I'm putting that over as a highlight. So there you go, I put my netting off and you've got scales. So now I'm going to finish the eyes, and I'm taking the Catrice shadow because I want that same color scheme as I put in the scales, and I'm just smudging it on my lower lash line. Then I'm taking Moondust Shadow from Urban Decay. This is Solstice, and I'm just using that to kind of smoke it out a little bit. Then I'm taking Silver Screen from the Buxom Shadows from the Sephora exclusive collection and putting that in my inner corner and my brow bone. Then I'm just kind of using a blender brush that's more precise and just kind of smudging and putting a little bit more definition to the eyes. I'm taking my razor sharp eyeliner from Urban Decay in Retrograde, and I'm doing a winged liner look. You don't have to do this, but you can if you want. Alright, so I'm taking my Blink Cosmetics primer. It's a black primer I got in a BoxyCharm, and using that to prime my lashes. Then I'm using this lash from Ulta. You can actually purchase these right now at Ulta, and they're $3.99. They're really cheap, and I just use my Duo lash glue in black and just stick them on. They're actually quite nice and pretty comfortable. I think I'm getting better. Alright, so I'm using my NYX Lip of the Day. I use it as an eyeliner, but I'm putting it on my lashes. It's kind of like a grayish, purplish blue, and I'm putting that in my lower lashes. And then I'm taking my Urban Decay Vintage Lipstick in the shade Asphyxia and putting that on my lips. Then I'm topping it with a Marvelous Moxie lip gloss from Bare Minerals, and then just highlighting the rest of my face with some more of Silver Screen. And there you go, that's the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this Halloween tutorial. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.